Lindsay. So you came in today because there was something that was bothering you, an issue that you wanted to talk about. Are you comfortable telling me what it is that brought you here today?
Okay. Part of the reason, well, I should say the main reason that I'm here today is that I'm unsatisfied with where I'm at in my life right now. I'm 36. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I'm surrounded by friends and family who are all married. They've had kids or divorced, and they've been there, done that. I'm still at the point in my life where that's something that I really, really want. However, unfortunately, I just haven't found it yet. I'm trying to remain, and I do believe that I'm going to eventually to get there, but I have this overwhelming fear that I'm going to end up alone. So it's really starting to affect me because I'm getting upset about it.
Okay. And I want to let you know that you're doing something good by coming in here today, and I appreciate you talking with me about that. Can I ask about some of the aspects of your life that you do feel comfortable with?
Can you just elaborate?
How are your relationships with other people in your life?
My relationships with other people, I think, are really good. I have good relationships with my coworkers, with my family. I'm extremely close with them. I spend a lot of time with them. I'm close. I don't have a slew of friends, but the friends that I do have are close-knit friends, and I'm comfortable with that because I think quality is better than quantity, and we all have a good relationship where we're. So I guess I would have to answer that I have good relationships with others.
Okay.
I just suck at finding a relationship with the man I'm supposed to marry. I just haven't found him yet.
Okay. And it's great that you are able to have those positive relationships with other people in your life. Where do you feel it changes when it's dealing with a romantic relationship?
You know, I wish I had the answer to that. I think that's what I'm struggling with. I'm not sure where it's going awry. I don't know if it's me, and it's my expectations that I have for somebody that's getting in the way. However, I have to say that that's not the case because I don't feel my expectations are high. And the reason I say that is because I've actually asked other people what their opinions and thoughts are because I wanted to know, is it me? And I do ask people, is it me? What I do find that I've done in the past is I've held on to bad relationships that I knew were not going to work and stayed in them longer than I should have, hoping that they were going to change. Because it's easier, in my mind, to make something I already have an existing relationship with, to try to make that work, than to go out and find something new, because now I have to get to know somebody new, and all that comes with that is frustration and disappointment, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I guess what I'm saying is I settle for things I shouldn't settle for, and I compromise for things that I really want, and I overlook my feelings, and I need to stop doing that because it's my feelings that really ultimately matter in a healthy, functioning relationship. I think that we should be complimenting each other, not having a negative aspect on things, I guess.
Well, you definitely seem to give it some good thought, and that's a great thing for you to do. It seems like it's letting you know what you really expect out of a relationship. Am I correct there?
You're definitely correct.
Okay. So when you talk about finding a new relationship, you mentioned feeling frustrated with something new. But it seems like you might also feel that same way about an existing relationship. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right about that. Because the frustrating part about the existing relationship is I already know it's failing, but to continue to try at it, and then if it still fails, frustrates me. So I already know what the ending result is. I know it's like banging your head against the wall, and knowing that it hurts, but you're still banging your head against the wall. Yeah, so you're right about that.
Okay. You're definitely making good steps moving forward and considering what you want in your life, and you should feel good about that. Do you feel like that's something that's helpful to you to think about those things? Or where does that leave you feeling?
No, it's definitely helpful. The one thing I'm not is I'm not lacking the realization of what it is. I know exactly exactly why the past needs to stay in the past.
Okay.
However, I guess where I have a problem is giving somebody too much a benefit of the doubt. And maybe I guess it's that fear of ending up alone and settling and compromising for what I want. So I need to, maybe it's the fear that's ruling my decisions rather than what I truly want, my desires and my hopes for myself, I guess.
Okay. And what connection do you see between giving people in the past the benefit of the doubt and getting to where you want to be in your future?
It's never worked in a relationship setting. I always give everyone and anyone the benefit of the doubt because I believe I believe that's just what you should do. That's my personal opinion, not a matter of fact, and that's just who I am as a person. But my problem is when I shouldn't be giving a benefit of doubt because they've already proven that they're non-deserving of it in a relationship setting, I'm still doing it.
Can you tell me more about why you continue to do that when you see that there's a pattern?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it stems back to the whole it's comfortable, it's what I know, and I keep thinking it's going to get better and I can fix it, or maybe that with a combination of fear of maybe this is the best it's going to get and is better than being alone, the fear of failure, or fear of being alone maybe, I guess.
Okay.
Like ending up alone, because I need to be very clear, I am very independent and I am not afraid to be alone, and I actually enjoy my alone time. So it's not that I can't be alone, because I can, but I have a fear that sometimes I'm too independent and I'm going to end up alone because of that.
Okay.
Too.
What I'm hearing is you mentioned the words a fear of failure, and then right after you were talking about ending up alone.
Right.
Is there a connection that you're making between those two?
There probably is, yeah, because when I do something, I like to be successful at it, and then when I fail at it, I take that personally. So I feel like maybe if I keep trying, then there's going to be a better outcome than the last. So you probably have made a good connection there.
Okay.
Never thought of it that way.
Okay. I'm glad. That's good that you're thinking about things in a new way, and I hope that that leads you to some success. Moving forward, are you able to identify some of your other positive attributes in your life, things that you have succeeded in?
Absolutely. I mean, I honestly have succeeded in most everything I set out to do. You know, in every aspect, whether it be in my career, I escalated up the corporate ladder fairly quickly in my career, and I was very successful. I still am very successful. In school, I've become successful there, and I mean, so in every other avenue, I can really say that for the most part, it's all been positive.
Okay.
But I've had control over that. I don't have control over making a relationship work in the sense that I can work at it
Mhm.
as much as I want, but it does take two people. So it's just making sure that I'm making the best decisions for myself, I guess, is something that I have to stop ignoring what I want and compromising my feelings, I think, is really where it's going, because I'm afraid not to go alone.
Okay. For our next session, would you be comfortable exploring some of the positive steps that you have taken in your life that have led you to your great accomplishments, such as your career?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Do that.
Why don't we talk about that in our next session? Whether you want to do a list or a journal, just think about those things and try writing them down so that we can remember to talk about them next time.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.